Okay, Sunday afternoon and I'm in the garage. Been over for a few hours and made some progress stripping the car out. Gearbox off, engine out, and a clear view of where most of the damage is. I've only found one extra piece of damage, and that's the front engine mount, which bolts into the engine case there and through this bracket here, sheared off the same as the ones at the back. Basically, the whole thing pivoted around these two bolts which go through the rear suspension. They sit at about here, so they're bent. Sheared off the four rear studs down there, the front engine mount, and because of the orientation of this rose joint, when it all bent up, it's bent those two. I might change that one to match the other side, because we had a similar sort of damage at Donington back in 2003, and we made that up. I might do, I might not, depending on if it seems worthwhile. The other little bit of bending, if you like, were the bolts that go through the bottom mount of the gearbox. They had bent a bit. I can't remember if they were bent a little bit before, but I'm going to replace those. Hopefully they won't have had an effect on that shaft there or any of the engine internals, but I'm rebuilding the engine anyway. So there we go. I also spent some time today trying to get below this roll hoop here, and put a bar from the front roll hoop to the rear roll hoop. Took the seat out, put an old crash helmet on, jumped in the car and adjusted my seating position until my head was 5 centimeters below this bar. Now I can do it. I'm going to have to make up a different seat in there, and it's going to be a very different driving position to what I'm used to. I'm a lot lower in the car. The view of the front's not as good as I'm used to, but that'll just be practice. In theory, it'll take the centre of gravity and the roll centre down, which can't be a bad thing, although I probably won't notice a difference. But at least for now, I can get back out without having to do major surgery on the roll hoop. So there we go. If Brands was 2 weeks away, I think I'd have a chance, but unfortunately, as it's only next weekend and I'm away for most of next week, that's not going to happen. I'm vaguely toying with the idea of a long drive to Croft, but it is such a long way from here. But I've never been there before, so it'd be nice to tick another circuit off. And then there's Mondello, but again, it's a long way, and this is eating up some of my budget. And then it's Silverstone. So the short-term goal would be Croft, if I can cope with the drive, and the longer-term goal will be Silverstone. Definitely Silverstone. That's I'm definitely going to Silverstone. So there we go. All in all, not too bad. Some work to do, but I'll keep you posted. Bye.